Good evening and welcome everyone to this quarterfinal matchup from the Z1R Randomizer Rookie Rumble tournament. This is game 2 of a best of 3 series featuring methinkso on the right side of your screen and game 1 winner cUstOm on the left side of your screen. Your broadcast team tonight is myself, Deus Ex Machina. You can call me Dim Gaming if you'd like. I am joined in the commentating booth by Neo Nonane, and on tracker tonight is JXB Adam. So how is everybody doing out there tonight?
Well, I'll tell you over here, very excited, looking forward to a great match tonight. The last one between these two was also an excellent one to watch, and so I expect we're going to see much the same this evening.
Yeah, I didn't get to see much of last night's race. I was actually on the call for another race, and then once that one was done, I had to take care of house duties. But yeah, I am excited. Game 2, obviously, the intensity is ramped up. If methinkso can find a way to get the win tonight, then game 3 will be immediately following this game. Obviously, there'll be a short refreshment break, but yeah, I'm excited to see what we got going on here. Looks like the runners have been set free. We're just on a little bit of a delay due to the way the stream is set up, but the countdown should start momentarily. You will see the -15 start counting down. If you're unfamiliar with this flag set, this is the Rookie Rumble flag set. You're going to start with the wood sword. You're going to also start with 8 bombs, and the white sword item is locked to the recorder, and it is also locked to 4 hearts. Magical sword is locked to 10 hearts, and heart shuffle is turned off. So kind of some beginner-friendly flags to get people used to the randomizer. The runners are having some fun on the pre-screen.
Anxious, ready to get started, and while making things definitely easy for the runners, we are still going to have some exciting things in play here. There won't be any of our vanilla dungeons, first quest, second quest. We are going all shapes from start to finish here, which should add a little bit of excitement.
Ooh, a coast start. So starting with those 8 bombs is going to be nice. And this is actually a really good start screen to have any roads immediately. And one of them takes you over towards vanilla start. Yeah, and we find a candle shop and arrows. Okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty good setup. The candle shop and arrows are here early. We found a candle incredibly early just by taking these any roads here over in the southwest corner of the map. And so far we're coast start, kind of close, but another any road is leading us all the way into the Deadwoods right now.
Yeah. Oh, and then the other any road is just a couple streams north of where we started, so not the greatest on that one. Level 8 found on cUstOm side. Now this is obviously the largest of the dungeons. Level 7 found on methinkso side. But level 8, even though it's one of the larger dungeons, it's still one of the more desirable ones to find and dig early because there is 2 items in there. And we immediately find our bow. He is going to be happy to see that.
This is already starting off to be a pretty quick seed, I think.
Yeah, and we've already found 2 arrow shops, so I suspect once he gets some money, we will see an arrow purchase coming very quickly.
methinkso made a bit of a dip into 7 and then a little bit of a dip out, whereas 8 is advantageous having double items despite the fact of its size. 7 has a single item and is just a little bit smaller than 8 most of the time, so less advantageous unless you have to go digging in there.
Yeah, and actually cUstOm is going to keep digging this 8. I thought maybe when he up 8 there he was just going to peace out since he found 1 item. methinkso finds our second take any, and well, no, that was his was the candle that he found in the left corner, was that from the sword shop or was that a take any?
It sure was. It was from it was a wooden sword shop that he ended up finding that from.
Gotcha. I kind of missed. I just looked over and saw him holding up a candle and was like, oh, he picked the candle. But, okay. So, first take any. That gives him 4 hearts, so he is guaranteed that recorder once he finds the white sword shop. And finds level 1. This is our second dungeon that has 2 items. Now, this dungeon will have 1 item on the floor and 1 item in a staircase. It'll also have a floor heart. So that heart that he picked up there could be our floor heart or could potentially be the coast heart. We're not sure yet until we see that second floor item.
And with this enemy set so far, the Paul's voice are probably going to be slightly annoying due to the amount of HP they have, but nothing is particularly difficult so far. And with one being the size it is, with those 2 items in there compared to one, I mean, this is something you're going to dig. You're going to dig it until you're told to stop, either by a ladder block or combat really does get quite rough.
Yeah, exactly. Looks like we're going to get our first Armos check. Death Armos. Let's see what it holds. Gleok returns close to start. That was in reference to level 8 that cUstOm already found.
Which is
There's
still
a
good
compass.
information for me, think so, because he hasn't come across that quite yet.
Yeah. 4-headed Gleok and a ladder block. That is not something you want to deal with right now.
Yeah, that's a potential ladder and combat block all in one. And
Now this is
speaking of which,
probably our basement item.
yeah, it's a very fun room to have to clear, but nonetheless, it's one that you're going to clear because you have such a high risk that item's in there. And by the way, there's cUstOm picking up his candle from a Take Any over at Vanilla First Quest 3.
Yeah, it's a good shop to find a candle in. There's a lot of burn bushes around. Now it looks like this will be our item for methinkso. Oh no, it's a segmented one!
Oh, interesting.
Oh, now you got to make the decision. Did it go to a one-off, or do you waste potentially 4 bombs trying to find a bomb wall?
It's a tough one. Seeing as much space as you've seen over at the starting area and knowing that the Triforce is around there, you may not want to risk those bombs this early.
cUstOm is going to find the candle right here that he could have got for free and not use the Take Any and probably do a little face palm.
But you hate to see it, though. It looks like methinkso walked through a room. I didn't see any drops or shutter doors, but an awful lot of Paul's voice. Maybe that we walked past that potential basement item. It's a big investment to clear, though, right now without the bow and arrow.
Oh, that was the Triforce room our tracker is saying.
Good
So
catch,
that
good catch.
is, well, we know that the bow is just 1 or 2 rooms in level 8. There's our recorder. It's over in the Deadwoods. So unfortunate for methinkso that he doesn't have that bow yet. Obviously, he can't afford the arrows anyway this early, but if he knew that the bow was just right there, maybe come back with bow and arrow and just one-shot all these Poles voice. There's our floor item, and it is the vanilla wooden bow. And this will probably be our basement item here, then. It's the ladder. Okay.
Oh, that's
so
an excellent
one item you're not so happy to see. The other item you are thrilled to see, especially with that coast start. We will get an early check at that coast item, I'm sure, as soon as he's out of here.
Yep, that'll be our first, let's call it a freebie out there on the overworld right now, where you go through, you have that ladder, it's all yours. The Armos item, of course, being your second quote-unquote freebie, but depending on where that ends up, it may not quite feel so free.
Yeah, and we've seen some pretty big divergence here with cUstOm going through the Deadwoods and now up towards Death Mountain, while methinkso is sticking around closer to where we started tonight. He's over in the forest and along the coast.
Well, methinkso clears out the room of Paul's voice right now, which is, oh goodness, was that 10 hits with a wood sword? We have cUstOm going ahead and getting the helpful information of the old woman having a recorder in the woods. Helpful maybe a bit ago, though.
It's always like whenever you find Zelda and she's sitting on the compass.
Exactly.
There's our first look at the small secret, as far as I know. I haven't seen one before, but 7 is the small secret tonight.
And after going through all those bunnies bouncing around, methinkso grabs that Triforce in one, and lo and behold, he is right at the coast to check out that item. And it's the book.
The book. This is a nice item to find this early. That gives us maps to all the rest of the dungeons.
Yeah, that's incredibly beneficial. It's something late in the game you don't necessarily look for, you don't dig for it, even if you know that it's there. But early in the game, huge value out there. Huge value being the Atlas. And another Armos check.
Our Armos item is the Coast Heart. So,
and there's our 2 freebie items. And another small secret over there on custom side.
That Armos being the cart means we are going to have a lot of fun digging dungeon items then.
Oh, that is true. Knowing what we already have. Oh, and there is our large secret at 72.
Yeah, this is shaping up to be a little bit of a... I don't want to say poverty seed yet, because if the medium secret's like a max 40 or something like that, we might be all right. But 7 small secret and 72 large is not what you want to see.
Absolutely, and knowing that medium does take up, medium and small take up a lot more than what the large does, and if it's not a great large, and it's a very good medium, it makes up for it. But the large is looking a little unappealing, to say the least.
We also got our magic sword hint. It is along the coast tonight, which hopefully means it's close to start.
Yeah, close to start and not a raft spot would be great for them. Oh, ouch. Taking a death on the overworld, methinkso with the Wizrobes, though. To be fair, Wizrobes might be a little bit nicer on the overworld sometimes than they are in the dungeons themselves, and incidentally, there is our medium secret at 27.
Yeah, I think chat kind of jinxed them. Someone in chat said that they just had a seed that was 727.63, and we are 727.72. So
not the
not much.
Yeah, not the best.
Our bomb prices are a little better than they had, though. Custom looks like maybe he's doing a little bit of tracking at the moment.
Yeah,
Usually
finding another.
Someone sit there for a second or two. They're just trying to update their tracker.
And another arrow shop that's available. I'm sure Custom's thinking what it would take to pick that up. And by the way, there is level 4 on methinkso side.
Another segmented dungeon.
Great strike on the manhandler over by methinkso, clearing that room out in 1 bomb.
Chat is saying that is an Atari basketball player. I could see that.
Yeah, that works out. That works out for me. The segment is the ball being dribbled. Hopefully, methinkso gets a little bit of a roundabout route here, being able to get past this. Otherwise, we are ladder blocked in 4, and it looks like we are.
Well, he has the ladder. He just
that is true. He does.
Yeah, he's just trying not to spend a key, I think.
Oh, and there he goes.
Go ahead and spend it. I don't blame him. Just get as far as you can in this dungeon while you're here. There's the arrow purchase for custom, so he doesn't know it, but he's going to be sitting pretty good whenever he finds level 1. Oh, I was just getting ready to say when he finds level 1 here in just a minute, but back to start he goes. But regardless, once he gets into level 1 with all those Polish voices, he should have a slightly quicker go at it.
He's taking a trip up to the desert right now to go poke around some more, I imagine, over in the Lost Hills.
Methinkso took a little bump from one of those Lamoas as soon as he walked in the room. This is a bad room to be fighting these in because you can't use door strats with a bomb-in wall like that.
It's tough. At least they're not blue. The highly caffeinated Lamolas are absolutely no fun for anybody with a bomb hole only.
Oh yeah, we call them danger noodles.
And nothing for all the effort put in. Alright, we're going to get a look over at Casino Corner right now while methinkso was going through and cleaning up some of the fun opportunities to go and take down Likes and Paul's voice with a wooden sword.
Gotta be careful, he's down to 1 heart. He has the low health beep turned off in his settings, so we don't hear the beep strat. Sometimes we lose track of that's why I honestly like it on, because otherwise I will totally not realize it.
Exactly.
I
I played around with turning them off, and then that was undone immediately. And by the way, northeast of the map is where we're going to find level 9.
And an instant Ganon roar.
Very early roar. That's exciting for when we get up there. This may go very, very quick for whoever gets into 9 first. Oh, and there's those blue land molars we were talking about. Oh, no.
Yeah, that's a terrible room to fight them in, too. You basically, you're stuck there. You got to spin this key. Now, this is probably a staircase. Now, is this our item or is this our transport over to that one off? Give those our, hey, there's our magical sword up in the 1Q letter shop.
No fears about the raft anymore.
Letter cave, I guess I should say. It's not really a shop. This is our item, and it's a wand, so nice offensive upgrade for methinkso.
Not everybody likes the... Oh, go please, sorry.
Well, I was just going to say, he already has the book, though, so he has the burn yourself into oblivion combo right now.
Oh, it's exactly what I was saying. Is not everybody really likes utilizing the book and the wand together, but it's just worth it for the early stage atlas that you get.
Oh, yeah.
The amount of times I've seen that fire go ahead and throw up someone's 10 count, is, including my own, is far too many.
Nice
Custom.
clock, at least this way.
Oh, yeah.
Get through this room a little quicker. And now custom's going to make short work of this dungeon with those arrows.
Absolutely, and he made sure to peek the coast first, too, so when it shows up, when he actually comes across that ladder here in 1, should be really good for him.
I like the strategy, just run into the like, get your heart container, and then up A back to the start. Triforce out of 4 for methinkso, so he's got the 2-0 Triforce lead.
And he made short work of that 4, fully clearing the item and clearing the Triforce over in 4, getting the items and getting the Triforce in 1. He's got no reason to ever go back to these ones, so making good movements so far. Noting where we have our blue ring over there, but we may not see that with the money in the seed.
Yeah, I've seen a few blue ring shops, but it is the vanilla price of $250. Custom already putting these arrows to work.
And he knows that the map is in there now. And he can get around, he can grab that map, absolutely worth it for him, but he knows that that's a thing to focus on. Or not, or maybe he's going right for the Triforce.
Yeah. I'm not sure if he can get to that map. I think it's behind that ladder block.
Oh, I thought we could get it from the bottom. I thought methinkso picked it up. But maybe he got it after the ladder. That's possible.
Maybe he did. I don't remember, but... Our tracker is saying methinkso did not get the map, so.
Gotcha. Good call out. See, this is why the trackers are the MVPs. They're paying attention to all the minutia while we just sit here and talk about it.
The custom's going to grab his wooden boomerang, and now he's going to get his ladder in back-to-back rooms. And he also knows where that Triforce is, and knows that it's just behind a bunch of bunnies that suddenly don't look so scary when you have a bow and arrow.
There we go. Custom getting the Triforce out of 1. All done.
methinkso is he screen wrapping to... Yeah, he's heading over towards Death Armos. And book pickup for custom, so now he has all the maps. Pretty even so far. Besides that level 4 dig that didn't yield anything necessary or required to beat the seed, but did give methinkso a bit of a combat advantage. Otherwise, really even. Both runners basically have the same knowledge at this point.
Well, while it did give methinkso the combat advantage of the wand, we do have custom with a combat advantage over in the bow right now too, that methinkso hasn't actually picked up. So we are still running fairly neck and neck, just in a very different style.
methinkso about to find his recorder, and custom about to find level 4. What's the average time for this seed? I don't know officially, but most runners have been finishing around like an hour 10 to hour 20. Like if a run goes to an hour 30, then it's a pretty miserable seed. Last night's run, custom finished with a time of 103 or 104.
Yeah, and our tracker Jakesby Adam makes a good point. This is top 8, and the players that we're seeing right here, they're experienced at this point in time, rookie in the title or not, of what this tournament actually is. I mean, they know what they're doing. They've seen the different strats. They've played through this flag set quite a bit here. These are people who are running through these seeds at this point.
Yeah, we saw in one of the earlier rounds somebody finish. It was like a sub 45. It was like 44 minutes or something. That was the fastest time I've seen this tournament.
Oh, it's fantastic. I think back to the early stage when it was round of 32 when we had everything all over the board, but it's been getting more and more specific as we've been moving further to the right over in that bracket.
Yeah.
It looks like we're trying to get a screen wrap from methinkso over to the grave right now.
Now this will be interesting because the wand is out at the end of this nub. So custom looks like he's trying to clear this room to get out that way. Yeah, so this is all new to me. I'm still trying to figure out what all needs to get done to complete. Yeah, so you have to get the Triforce out of all 8 dungeons, and then you have to have the bow and the silvers to beat the game. Other than that, nothing else is technically required, but you will almost certainly need to have the ladder at some point. You almost always come across a ladder block somewhere. Oh, a sword, of course, yeah.
Sword, yeah. And sometimes
there actually is in the randomizer a flag that you can turn on for swordless, where you can beat Ganon with the wand.
And sometimes in chat, we can keep an eye on the fact that some people here are potentially relatively new to watching these two. But in occasion, you need to look for some other items that are out there that potentially affect overworld blocks. The power bracelet has 4 different spots on the overworld that a dungeon could be covered up, but not necessarily. The recorder has 1 block on the overworld, but could have blocks in dungeons, but not necessarily. All things that are all part of the randomizer, trying to get that figured out. So we definitely have the recorder now, which should remove that requirement for recorder lake being a risk. But the power bracelet might be required, might not.
Yeah, power bracelet, raft. Here's our other staircase. So custom did not go out to the end of that nub, and he is still looking for the item in here. Sees the staircase that goes to the one-off. Knows that won't be it. Ooh, cheap hints. That is some very cheap hints. Goma creeps with the raft, so our raft is in level 6.
Yep, and it may not be necessary. Oh, Dig Dogger with the silver arrow.
That's a big one. That's a big one.
So with that raft, as Deus was saying there's only 2 spots that are potential raft blocks. So because of the fact that it's 2, it's an unlikely scenario, but it could be required. And you never know until you know for sure, either by finding all the other dungeons in their randomized spots, or even getting a hint that says sail not to save the princess, or even tells you to take the raft to get to an item or to get to a dungeon.
Here's our other hint shop. Not so cheap this time. I'll be curious if he buys any more hints. I mean, basically, once you know where silvers are, unless you're looking for dungeon locations, or in his case, he's still looking for the bow. But wand pickup now for custom. So now he has that same offense that methinkso has that doesn't cost a rupee every time you fire it.
Yeah, true. And with methinkso, you know, probably interested in finding the bow, following up on the hints that are there, and if things get a little to the wire, thinking about the power bracelet maybe if things get to the wire. But also the bow was pretty early on, over an 8. And if he ends up going poking around and start, which I have to assume is going to come up at some point soon, or poking more and start, then he may wait until he gets a chance to see more of this overworld before he starts making that call on those hints, especially with the money being the way it is.
Another dungeon found for methinkso, level 2. So level 2 now will have 2 items on the floor. Well, it'll have 1 item on the floor and the floor heart. But the point I'm trying to make is that you have to basically clear every room that is a potential drop room. Custom into level 7. Now we have our map of level 7. Not the worst 7 I've ever seen. It's a little bit linear.
What we just got there was a dig dogger gazes by the lake for methinkso. So now we know not only the hint that the dig dogger has the silver arrows, but now we've somewhat narrowed down where 5 is.
Ooh, that does not rule out a raft block, though.
It sure doesn't. Would add a lot of excitement to the seed. But good news, methinkso also knows where the raft is.
I was going to say, that would be quite ironic if the 2 hints he bought played into each other that way. Oh, finds a bomb block, and I think he's out of bombs. He is. That's the problem with those really linear dungeons like that. You can run out of keys or bombs real quick because you have to just go in one direction. Oh, and then takes a death.
That's a tough
unfortunate.
Oh, what a trip away from any of the any roads, too.
Yeah, and there's nothing you can whistle back to up there. Maybe he's gonna go burn some Candle Row now, I think.
Which is fair. If he gets an opportunity to poke around here by start, you know, burning near start, burning by Candle Row. Ooh, ouch. Oh. Maybe taking a death though. But yeah. Hanging out by start will make level 8 show up.
This overworld is not friendly overworld Wizrobes and Lionels. The only good thing about them being on the overworld is you don't have to fight them in the dungeons. But
exactly. I dislike Wizrobes in the overworld. I dislike Paul's voice in the overworld. But you know what? I will take either one of them in the overworld over taking them in the dungeon any day of the week.
Yeah. So custom's trying to find a way. Ooh, he finds. Oh, he gets his key back at least. I thought it was going to be an old man, but level 3 found now for methinkso. Okay.
Another
and
fun
also
segment.
Segmented.
Yeah.
That, immediately finds the segment. And that actually is a drop room in level 3, so that's why he cleared it instead of just block clipping.
Yeah. Showing some good knowledge right there. And level 3 itself, I know, is a bit of a pivot point, but it is mostly linear as well when you take that segment out of the equation. Level 3 is going to have a basement item, and it's small, so despite the fact that methinkso is without bombs, this could go well for them.
This could be our basement item right here.
That wand is putting in some work. And by the way, custom fighting a Patra there over on 7. Never fun when this is the offense that you have, but...
Patra with... This is probably one of the worst enemies to have the wand with the book, because the wand... Red candle found in 3.
Right.
Wand will hit Patra's little brain things that circle him. And if you hit with the wand like melee, it'll do 2 hits of damage. But if they're close enough, then it'll put fire like right on top of you. You have to stand so close to him to melee him. There's our hint about the coast item.
Yeah, and as we were talking about earlier, those fires, they can be terrible. Some people don't like running with them. They'll take away your 10 count if you end up bumping into them, and you can bump into them very frequently when you hit an enemy. But it's all a trade-off for the ability to have all these maps for free.
Yeah.
Some great combat by custom, by the way, over there in level 7, clearing out these blue dark nuts.
Yeah, this is another great enemy to have the wand for, because you can melee them down with it. Now he's gonna... He could have... Does he not have bombs? He has bombs. You could have bombed through that old man room that gave the coast hint. Unless he tried that and I missed it. Triforce out of 3 picked up for methinkso, so he regains the Triforce lead 3-2. And custom going to... I don't think that works if you save. Oh, it does work if you save. Okay.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
That is a fun little trick. I never get to pull it off. It's a complex trick. Ooh, can't quite do what you're trying to do there with the wand. Don't methinkso. That's just gonna cause you to walk into that fire. And here we go. Methinkso walking into 8.
And I don't remember if we had a map of 8 when custom was in here earlier, but he is not headed in the direction of the bow, I don't believe, though. I think the bow was just straight north of entrance. Finds another heart, though. He's up to 8 hearts. Well, both runners are up to 8 hearts. I don't remember if both runners have seen Magical Sword or just one of them.
I think just one of them has gone ahead and cleared out to Casino Corner. Okay. My gut says methinkso, but I'll rely on somebody else to go ahead and confirm that.
And this should be our bow pick up here for methinkso. It is. Custom going to find the bad news that this is not the push. Oh, this is the push block. For some reason I thought it was further over.
And
he
just
also
like
passes.
See you later, Red Candle.
Yeah, I guess once you have the wand, you don't really need that second form of repeatable offense. The only difference between the red candle and the blue candle is that you can use the red candle multiple times on one screen. And it's nice if you get hit with a bubble, you know what I mean, to have a second form of repeatable offense, because the bubble will take away your sword. But, methinkso takes a death to the Patra.
With the flag set that we have right now, with you having the wand right now, I mean, the red candle, it's nice for some play styles, but it's not any stretch of the imagination a requirement for all of them.
Custom, I think, is... okay, you got a key. Maybe he's looking for keys. I was thinking maybe he was looking for a heart container, being he only needs 2 more for that magical sword. But he will just grab the Triforce and
everything
tie it up at 3 apiece. Methinkso dipped back into 3. I'm not sure if you...
Yeah, I was thinking he wanted to do that to get his 3 hearts back with an up and A, but it appeared not.
Maybe he's trying to farm bombs. I think he's trying to farm bombs. He's trying to work up a 10 count. Well, no, farming money?
I was going to say, without a bomb, that 10 counts challenge. Oh, you know what? He saw the bomb upgrade. That's why. He just caught the bomb upgrade and he's looking for it.
Oh, that makes sense.
The bomb upgrade, I think, was 107, 109, something in that area.
Yeah, it was 107. That's 1 room into 8. Oh, it's only a +2 though. That sucks.
True, but at least it's a bomb
whenever
refill.
You're sitting, when you're sitting on 0 bombs, to all of a sudden get 10 bombs for that price. Now he's going to, I think, finish his close to start checks. This is our first look at Candle Row on custom side. Neither runner has made it up this way yet. Alright, so we're still looking for 4 dungeons. No, we found 7. So we're looking for 3 dungeons. 5, 6, and 9. No, wait a minute. We found 9. Where was 9?
We found 9. 9 is in the northeast. It's over in Casino Row. We're looking for 5 and 6 at this stage of the game.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot. somebody saw a 9 because we heard the instant Ganon roar.
Yeah, instant Ganon. That's going to be real exciting when we get there.
And we got the hint that level 5 is near a lake, but that doesn't really narrow it down because half the stinking map is near a lake. There's 4 lake zones. 4 or 3?
There's still a handful of spots. Yeah, a handful we haven't checked. I mean, we got the lakes.
Yeah.
We got the, I think the Forgotten Spot is considered by a lake. You have Recorder Lake.
Oh, yeah.
You have a lot of
Recorder
options here.
Lake. Yeah, Recorder Lake is a lake. That's what I was forgetting. But yeah, so all of this Candle Row is near a lake. The lake at the top of the waterfall. The lake down in the forest, which actually that was level 4.
Having all these disparate locations put together makes it so much more challenging than just hearing in the forest. And you stay in the forest and just look at all your spots. By a lake, you have to travel across half the map to find everything.
But we are seeing a lot of lake spots and not finding 5. So we have top of waterfall still to check. And maybe like 1 or 2 more spots. No, because that bomb spot is considered river. This screen that custom was just on.
Yeah,
so if it's not top of waterfall, then I'm thinking level 5 might actually be raft blocked. Ooh, this is a bad screen. This is a bad screen. That's a nice screen scroll by custom. That is.
Yep.
Not only is that
really
a harder. Trying to screen scroll left to right is so much harder than right to left, and whenever you're trapped by however many blue Wizrobes that is, trying to do that under pressure. All right.
Let's check this one out, because I think my tracking is probably a little bit behind our actual tracker and yourself, but with us going ahead and seeing that we're getting a door repair up here, I believe that puts the lake at either the raft spot near start or Recorded Lake. So we're blocked by some sort of overworld blocking item.
Yeah, that's both runners got the recorder over in the Dead Woods, but I don't remember either of them actually going and checking Recorder Lake. Yeah, so chat may be correct. If here is level 6 at the top of Lost Hills. So this could be big for custom, and he might not even know it because he didn't have the hint that the raft is in here. But if the raft is blocking level 5 and therefore silver arrows, being the first one to get in here might actually pay dividends for him.
Yeah, this could be real exciting to see.
And that is that's a pretty chunky level 6 as well, though. The
level 6
like
is rough.
Looks like some kind of sci-fi laser pistol type thing.
I'll take that. Maybe or actually, we have our tracker JXB Adam, who, by the way, doing a great job following everything. Pointing out glue gun. That's a great one.
Or a power drill. Yeah. Yeah, chat is on it tonight.
And might as well fill up all your bombs while you hear custom, yeah.
And this also could be a drop room as well, so gotta clear it. He's standing right in the middle of the room saying, "Give me that drop," but it didn't drop.
Six can feel an awful lot like 7, depending on how you want to approach it. Big level sometimes, but usually, especially with shapes usually. And one Triforce, obviously one Triforce, but just one item that's actually in there. It can be a big old dig without a guaranteed for a big response. But again, that raft could be so incredibly useful to finding our last level here.
You know, one thing I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen yet. methinkso got the bow, but still has not bought arrows, which may be where he's headed now. But with as many pulse voices we've seen in as many dungeons, that would have been at the top of my priority list once I got that bow.
He could be rolling the dice. He knows where the silvers are, and while he hasn't run into 5, he knows that he can dig that that level for it. So maybe, does not necessarily mean that's the case, but maybe.
Yeah, that's a good point. He might be just thinking eventually he'll find silvers once he finds level 5. Maybe saving money for a blue ring.
Which, with the way that combat has gone at some points here, it's been relatively rough. I'd be thinking blue ring myself if the money was in play, but at the same time, the money's not necessarily in play this seed.
Yeah, especially since you already spent about 50 rupees on hints. Oh, this is another terrible screen to have all these whiz robes on, because you can't even screen scroll across it.
Alright, we got custom coming into the top and potentially the eastern half of level 6 right now. And by the way, methinkso has just shown up at level 6 as well. Now the question is they know that the raft is here. The raft only covers 2 spots. So it's not the most exciting item in the world. Will they say, because I haven't seen much going on right now for level 5, I dig for that raft? Or if they get the Triforce, will they just get out?
Yeah, see, this is a real interesting call at this point, because he hasn't burned all of Candle Row yet, as far as I know. So the only raft spot that's near a lake is the one that's by start, and so he basically has to be thinking it's a 1 in like 12 chance or whatever, however many lake spots there are, that he's going to actually need the raft to get to 5. But knowing that it is a possibility has to be in the back of his mind.
Yeah, and taking a look through what he's what he's been doing so far, I don't want to sit back and say that he's seen most of it. I believe he still has a couple spots that are outstanding. Well, let me rephrase that. I don't want to say he's seen all of it, but he definitely has seen a good chunk of it on the overworld. So it might be in the back of his mind, but might not. And by the way, there's